Okay, I'm just going to make one quick last video just before I start the engine. So, as you can see, one problem that I've been having is that it keeps slipping down. So, I like to think of myself as being quite good ingenuity or whatever. But what I'm having trouble is I've got this really nice little copper pipe in there, the little bend. I think that's really nice. It's a shame you can't see that more, you know, when it's in position. But you see, what I've had to do is I've had to use like double-sided tape basically inside here, which would have been fine, except it keeps it keeps it attached to the pipe, but it's not keeping it attached to the exhaust. So it's just sliding off. It can just move in and out like that. So basically, what I need to do is, if anybody's got any advice or any tips or anything like that they can think of, what I need to do is I just need to find some way to stop this having this outward movement and just keeps it in position. I mean, I thought about just simple cable ties as a last resort. I'm probably going to use cable ties. I'm just going to cable tie that on there, But if I can find something that's going to be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, shall we say, that would be good. Yeah, genuinely, the next upload is going to be with the engine running, and if I can be brave enough, I think I can. I don't know if I can take this off and just compare the two, with the engine running, and just sort of see what kind of sound difference it's actually making. Because I don't know if I'll be able to get the tape back on. It's just going to be really tricky. It's kind of half. It's half on the old exhaust. It's half on the existing exhaust. It's half on my new part. It's half in that pipe. It's half on the new muffler. It's kind of half in between. It's in between. So I may just have a little bit of trouble kind of getting it on and off, which I was kind of hoping it would be removable, so that I could, maybe when I'm hopping on a train and whatnot, I can just, put it. I don't know. It might get in the way, it might not, but it would be nice if I could just remove that, like I can the seat, can fold the steering down when I'm, hopping on a train. And I've even got on buses with this. Yeah, I mean, it were a pretty quiet bus. There was nobody else on it. I got quite far out, and I just thought I could see. I got on the bus, and it kind of fit okay. I forwarded it down. The driver, said okay, just fold it down, and that should be okay. So it looks like unless I can think of something that's gonna just hold that in place, just that motion. So it's kind of pushing against here and just keeping it in place and keeping it up. I might have to just get a cable tie. It should be simple enough to just stick a little cable tie just straight through there, and that should keep it in check. So yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to, I can always upload some videos where when I'm out and about, sort of travelling. Sometimes I like to go out to the countryside and just go out for a ride, and I can just do a few videos out there and whatnot. But it's great. I think more people should use these. It's great for the environment. To not have a car. It takes up a lot less space. So yeah, I think they're great. It's just a lot of people. I think especially mainly because of how it is at the minute without the exhaust. It's quite antisocial. It makes a lot of noise, and I really hate that. I find it really embarrassing when it makes loads of noise. So I think it'd be really good if I could just find some way, if this works, maybe even go further, more insulation, more baffles, things like that, and things like that. There's a couple of other little jobs that I want to do on it as well, which I'm probably going to do at some point. I want a little bit of a carpeted area here. I don't know if you can see, but the platform itself where you put your feet vibrates a lot is one thing, and I just don't think it looks very good. I don't like this stainless steel. Just check, see if you can see that. So this area here, I'm going to cover that with carpet, and then I've got a basket that I've got which I'm going to use, and I've also got a ton of extra fuel here, so if I'm doing long hauls, I don't have to worry about that. This would probably take me maybe 50 miles on one of these. It's quite heavy, which is a bit of a downfall. So I've got a little basket that I'm going to put on the front, where I can keep my petrol in and the oil that you need to use, and I've got a little bit of carpet that I'm just gonna attach to that somehow, and then maybe just some extra cushioning for the seat as well. Just so I've got a few things that I could just put on there. So I've got all little jobs and little plans that I can that I'm gonna be uploading, possibly uploading some of those as well. But first things first, I'm gonna see if this is gonna work, see how well this works. So yeah, my next upload will be just a quick video where I I'll get the engine running, and I'll just see how it's going to sound. So that's quite daunting. It's always a pain in the ass starting these things. That's one thing. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, I've done a few little tweaks. I had some issues with it stalling quite often, but there's a little choke here which should pop down and up. So that just kind of opens up so that you can get the air in, and opens up the air filter. Just simple choke. But when I had it in the up position, the run position, where you've got the air coming in, what I'm finding is it kept stalling on me. You get the power, but it was stalling. At lower revs. It's okay when it's running. So basically, what I'd have to do when I was starting is there was a little point where I was having to start the engine, keep the revs up, fight it with my feet. So I'm basically just stopping the bike with my feet, fighting that so the bike's not running away. And then with one hand, and then on the left hand on the throttle, and then the right hand on the choke, get the choke up, get the revs up, and then let my feet go, and boy, that was getting sketchy. So I've done some tweaks on the carburetor. Basically just turn the T-screw as far as it'll go to the right, which should help the bike. Basically just raises the revs. It's the timing or something, I don't know. But it just basically raises the revs, so that should just stop it from stalling, hopefully. And it's not going to stall out on me when I'm, got the full choke in that position. When I come into a stop and things like that, just switching down the first gear, and I'll run some trouble with that. So yeah, plenty to do. So I possibly may upload some more, covering a little. I've got a basic idea is it's going to be a nautical theme. So it's going to be bits of rope, and I'm going to go decoration here and things like that. So I've got the idea it's going to be like a sailing boat kind of theme. So I just thought it'd be nice, if I'm going out to some sort of little village, it's going to be quieter, it's going to look nicer. This stainless steel is just a little bit well, it's not to my taste really, nothing wrong with it. It's modern, it's nice, but I just think I've got this little strip of carpet that's a little bit more bohemian. I just thought it'd be really cool to put that on there. So I'm going to do that now, because it's a small job. I've got the basket, and make sure that fits okay, just see if I can get that on, which would be nice. Somewhere to keep the petrol and the 2-stroke oil. So yeah, next video, next upload, fingers crossed the engine will be running, and I don't think I'm going to take this off again. I think I'm just going to keep it on there. And we'll see how it sounds. I'll have to just tell you. I'll tell you what I think, my opinion of if it's any quieter, and hopefully it won't affect the performance too much. So yeah, bye bye.